Imagine a country in the very heart of Europe where mothers can extend their maternity leave for years for several children, and the state pays up to 70% of their salary. Not a dream, but the reality of 2025. While Europe struggles with a birth rate of around 1.4 children per woman, Hungary has raised its rate from 1.3 in 2010 to 1.56 in 2025, thanks to a radical family support system. Many Hungarian mothers receive payments comparable to a salary, focusing on their family for years. Today, I will reveal 15 real and verified facts about Hungary that will change your perception of motherhood and social policy. We'll start with natural wonders and amazing traditions, but number one will blow your mind. It's about a real maternity marathon that is changing the demographics of Europe. Ready? Hit the like button and let's go. Hungary faced the same demographic crisis as the rest of Europe, but while its neighbors spend billions to attract migrants, the Hungarians found another solution. Since 2010, the birth rate has grown from 1.23 to 1.56 children per woman. That's thousands of additional babies every year. This is equivalent to the population of a small city each year. Simply put, while Germany imports its workforce, Hungary produces its own. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. Remember the number 1.56. By the end of the video, you will understand what system achieved this result. Hungary is a landlocked country, trapped among mountains and plains. But imagine a sea in a country surrounded by land. LakeBalaton, 77 kilometers long, 592 square kilometers of water. It's like a hidden sea in the heart of the continent. In the summer, the water heats up to 28 degrees Celsius, attracting millions of tourists annually. Families have been coming here for generations. Grandmothers teach their grandchildren to swim in the same waters where they once learned themselves. Many of those thousands of new children will spend their childhood right here. A rising birth rate doesn't happen on its own. It requires serious incentives. The truth is that the Hungarian government has created a unique formula. The GYED program pays mothers up to 70% of their former salary for up to 2 years for each child. The maximum is about $1,100 per month. This is one of the most generous systems in Europe. Imagine you are earning $3,000, you have a child, and you receive $2,100 from the state for raising them at home. Think 2 years is the maximum? Clever Hungarian moms have invented a way to extend this but more on that later. Hungary is known for its plains, but a different world is hidden underground. What if there is a giant natural spa system right under your feet? More than 2,300 thermal springs, 123 in Budapest alone. Hungary is a world leader in spa resorts. The water is 36 degrees Celsius year-round, even when it's minus 20 degrees outside. Millions of people annually seek treatment in these waters for everything from arthritis to stress. It's like a giant underground bathhouse for the entire continent. Hold on to this thought. Hungarian moms on maternity leave often spend time in these thermal complexes. GYED lasts for 2 years for one child. It might not seem like much, but Hungarian women have invented a legal scheme, the maternity marathon. By having children with a certain interval, mothers extend their payments for up to 6 to 9 years for several children. Here's the real math. The first child, 2 years of GYED. The second, another 2 years. The third, another 2 years, plus GYED until each child is 3. The total amount can exceed 50,000 euros for the entire family career for high-earning moms. An underground world is hidden beneath the Hungarian plains. These aren't just holes in the ground. They are a true wonder of nature. The Agtelek Caves, a system of over 1,000 grottos. The main Baradla cave is 26 kilometers long, with stalactites older than 100,000 years. It is a World Heritage Site with acoustic halls where concerts sound like they are in a cathedral. Hungarian families often spend weekends here, especially those moms on long maternity leave who have time for adventures. These caves are connected to the same geothermal system. A generous maternity leave system sounds ideal, but there's a flip side. Here are the unexpected consequences of this maternal paradise. Hundreds of thousands of women on maternity leave have caused a serious labor shortage. Sectors like education and healthcare are particularly affected. The salaries of women who remain in the workforce have increased by tens of percent simply due to the labor shortage. Employers are overpaying to keep their female employees from escaping into motherhood. The irony is that a system designed to support motherhood has turned working women into a golden resource. Hungarians are a people with amazing traditions, many of which are tied to history. But there is one tradition that shocks all foreigners. Hungarians haven't clinked beer glasses for 176 years. It has been a taboo since 1849, when the Austrians executed 13 Hungarian generals. Many Hungarians still follow this tradition. They drink beer, but without the clinking of glasses. This memory is passed down in families from generation to generation. Such family traditions are strengthened precisely because of the time mothers spend with their children. The mass departure of women into maternity leave created a problem for employers, but the government found an interesting solution: tax breaks for companies with family-friendly offices that include children's play areas. Moms can work knowing their child is nearby. Such solutions increase the efficiency of working mothers and reduce staff turnover. When a mother isn't worried about her child, she works more calmly. But there is a nuance that makes the entire Hungarian system economically viable. Hungarians have a special characteristic that unites families in a unique way. The Hungarian language is Finno-Ugric, unrelated to any neighboring language. It has 44 letters in its alphabet. Hungarian is like a linguistic island. Words like lek, chair, sound alien to other Europeans. Mothers on maternity leave become the primary guardians of the language, teaching their children its complex grammar. This linguistic uniqueness explains why Hungarian inventors think outside the box. Hungarians are a nation of inventors with a unique way of thinking. This is related to child development. The Rubik's Cube, invented by Erno Rubik in 1974, there are 43 quintillion possible combinations. Over 350 million units have been sold. The game develops cognitive skills, and Hungarian mothers on maternity leave actively use the cube for their children's development. If you're still watching, the next fact will show the economic benefit of investing in families. All these payments seem like a huge budget expense, but economists have calculated some surprising math. Every euro invested in family policy pays for itself through the taxes of the children when they grow up. The return on investment is over 200%. Long-term investments in the birth rate are economically beneficial. Hungary has launched demographic investments. You invest in children today, and you get taxpayers tomorrow. But the craziest part is how this system affects all of Europe. Another Hungarian invention changed the world, and it's connected to a simple desire. The ballpoint pen by Laszlo Biro from 1938, created to write without ink stains. Biro wanted to create clean writing. Hungary has given the world 13 Nobel laureates. Many were motivated by creating a better world for their families. This tradition of family motivation and invention continues thanks to GYED. The Hungarian model has become attractive to its neighbors. The scale of this phenomenon is surprising. GYED is attracting thousands of European families. Hungary gets educated migrants for practically free. Family policy is becoming a factor in migration within the EU. While other countries spend billions on integration, Hungary attracts established European families. By the end of this video, you will understand why this family war in Europe is just beginning. We've reached the most important part, the true secret of Hungary's success. If you've watched this far, you're ready to learn the truth that changes the perception of motherhood. Hungary didn't just create a payment system, it proved that motherhood supported by the state is an investment in the nation's health. Here is the connection between all the facts. Remember LakeBalaton? Families spend time there thanks to the financial freedom from GYED. Those thermal springs, mothers on maternity leave visit them regularly for their health. The traditions, they are passed down thanks to the time spent with children. The Rubik's Cube? Mothers have developed child development methods with it. The main discovery is that extended maternity leave improves mothers' health. It reduces the risk of depression and cardiovascular diseases. For example, a mother with 3 children can receive around 89,000 euros over 9 years of payments, plus tax benefits. The EU is discussing similar models to solve its demographic crisis. The final formula is that Hungary has proven that investments in motherhood pay off demographically, economically, and socially. This is not a return to the kitchen, but a recognition of motherhood as a highly valuable social function. Here are the top 3 real discoveries. The maternity marathon allows for up to 9 years of payments for several children. Extended maternity leave improves the physical and mental health of mothers. And the European effect is that thousands of families are migrating for the Hungarian system. The main takeaway is that Hungary has shown that investing in the family is investing in the nation's future. The next video is about a country where the government pays men more for paternity leave than women.